Yeah, absolutely. And what both players really need is hand on the table pot a few, which Hendry's got a chance to do now, just to settle down, get a bit of rhythm going. Problem he's got, of course, is that he's always going to be compared to his glorious past. Whatever he does, unless he starts really seriously winning again, it's always going to be in reference to what he's already done. Retired in 2012. He actually made a maximum at the Crucible that year, but that wasn't enough. Lost in the quarters heavily to Stephen Maguire. That was that. And of course, it looked like it was the last we'd seen of him, but played a few seniors. And Barry Hearn, they were actually playing golf, and Barry Hearn said to him, I'm going to offer you a tour card, but I need to know by tomorrow whether you're going to accept it. So he gave him very little time, and he accepted. He just couldn't resist the temptation. And we saw him 2 years ago. He actually drew Jimmy White in the first round of qualifying, which was pretty extraordinary. Beat him. Didn't enter last year. So this is his 29th appearance in the World Championship.
Yeah, nice little cannon there. Couldn't have landed any better. He may have to play for the red to the left middle unless he can get to the right side of these reds, take it to the same pocket. This is all doing so good to settle his nerves.
Yeah, he's been working with Steve Feeney of Sightright, who was interviewed in the media, and he made a good point actually. He said one of the things Stephen Hendry was always so good at was just positional play, just keeping tight control of that cue ball. All those breaks he made, so much of it came from just being in control of the white. Three maximums at the Crucible. He's the only player to make one in the one-table setup. Semi-finals against Jimmy White in 1995.
35.
Yeah, he doesn't hang about either, does he, when he's in full flow? Gets on with it, sees the shots very early. Knows what he wants to do and does it. Well, could have done with that bouncing just a little more. It's potable this, but
43.
I'm not sure if you can hole for the black. You may have to go around the two cushions and play for the pink. To the opposite corner, see if you can hold it. Yep, be good.
44.
Well, that was shades of another multi-champion, Steve Davis, wasn't it? The famous black against Dennis. All these memories we have at this time of year, don't we? Of course, the World Championship. The Crucible's a few miles down the road from here. So it took a bit of time to get going, but Cahill played a very poor safety, you've got to say, and Stephen Hendry is still going, 53 in front. A couple more reds needed.
Good pot.
52.
Yeah, and he'll be thinking about that poor safety that you mentioned, David. He's going to do better than that to try and put Stephen under pressure. Well, he's played that one well. Powered that black into the pocket to get that position.
59.
Yeah, this has been a really good break. He needs this red, and Cahill requires snookers.
60.
Well, it's like the old days, Stephen Hendry in, killing frames off. If you've been with us from the start, you'll know that there were a lot of errors early on. But as I say, just needed his hand on the table, and he's put these away nicely. Well, he'll have to develop these 3 reds, but it would be something, wouldn't it, if he started with a century? For us nostalgics.
Well, did that so many times, didn't he?
68.
Now, does he have the angle here to split the reds? Ideally, he'd like to hit the one nearest the middle. Now look at that for a shot. Wow. I'm so unfortunate not to have developed something.
74.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
still going with a double. He's supposed to be the worst doubler in the game.
Brilliant.
He always used to say that about himself. Well, we were wondering how he would play, and in the end he's made a terrific break. In this first frame.
83.
What year is this?
Yeah, unbelievable. Brilliant.
I feel like I've been transported back 30 years.
Well, still got the double on into the corner.
90.
It's close.
Oh,
Yeah, he can't miss. Determined to make a century break. But this pink isn't a gimme.
well, it'll take him to 97, so he'll need yellow and green.
Look at that for a positional shot. Wonderful shot.
96. 7 Salah.
Well, this is very special indeed. He's made 80 centuries in the World Championship. He's a bit short on the green. Still needs this green to make another one in his first frame back this year. Well, what about this? What about this? The return of the king, Stephen Hendry, in his first frame back this year, has made a century.
Thank you.
102 from the 7 times world champion. It's what he did so many times in his pomp. Came out, frame 1, century, game on.